Welcome. This presentation will be about the range IT technologies used in the West Pomeranian microenterprises, prepared by Dykskowska, Olkiewicz, Chamiaglis-Kzinski and Krolikowski, from Koszalin University of Technology in Poland. The presentation will proceed in the following order. First, the article on the use of IT logistics systems by microenterprises. The purpose is to analyze and evaluate the functionality of logistics IT systems used by microenterprises in Middle Pomerania. Finally, the final conclusions and discussion will be presented. The article on the use of IT logistics systems by microenterprises. The purpose is to analyze and evaluate the functionality of logistics IT systems used by microenterprises in West Pomerania. The effective functioning of an enterprise's information system relies on the implementation of an efficient IT system. The information system is a component of the data processing system and operates through computer technology, and its main purpose is to support management processes in the enterprise. A well-functioning IT system should properly perform tasks in the field of obtaining, processing, collecting and sharing information. Micro and small enterprises are an important element of the Polish economy, therefore it is important to actively support them in the development and implementation of new information technologies, especially in logistics activities. The competitiveness of these entities directly impacts the competitiveness of specific regions, including Middle Pomerania. Logistics as a process of organizing the efficient flow of goods is subject to continuous optimization. In an era of competition in the market, companies are fighting for supremacy by increasing the quality of their services on the distribution side while reducing their cost. Among the many approaches related to the search for solutions to support corporate decision-making, information systems play a large role. This is primarily related to the need to collect, process and make available to decision-makers reliable information. Definitions of small and micro enterprises can be on the basis of the number of employees, capital investment, sales of products or services, net value, extent of markets, or the amount and type of energy used in production. The most common criterion is the number of employees. H1. Integration of IT systems in logistics in small and micro enterprises can cause their growth and development in regional, national and European markets. Small and micro enterprises that affect the development of the country and economic growth concern not only the developing, but also the developed ones. Small and micro enterprises provide support and contribution to ensuring jobs and income for the inhabitants of Middle Pomerania. The research was conducted in enterprises located in Middle Pomerania. The sampling was random, targeting microenterprises on a representative group of N equals 111 enterprises for the area. The aim of the survey was to identify the phenomenon of supply chain interruption of the Central Pomeranian region in microenterprises. The survey was distributed in the form of a link and conducted using the COI, computer-assisted web interview, (ME) method, in which the respondent is asked to complete the survey electronically. The structure of the surveyed companies by legal form of business is 54.5% are sole proprietorships, 27.3% civil partnerships and 18.2% limited liability companies. In terms of the type of business conducted, 54.5% are service companies and 45.5% are trading companies. The main activities carried out by respondents are 27.3% courier and freight forwarding, 18.2% automotive industry, 17.8% construction, 11.1% metallurgical, 9.1% food and beverage, 8.9% tourism and accommodation, 7.6% other. The largest number of companies have been on the market 45.4% in the range of 3-8 years, 27.3% up to 3 years, 18.2% over 15 years and 9.1% from 9 to 15 years. In the case of micro-enterprises, as many as 72.72% do not have a quality management system, 18.1% are working with ISO 9001 and 9.18% with ISO 22301. Micro-enterprises have experienced a surge in the adoption of IT technology during the COVID-19 pandemic and the global economic challenges. This has created a technological and Developmental gap that needs to be addressed in each industry and region for every microenterprise. Improving logistics processes involves innovating in the organization and management of information technologies, which can lead to increased production and sales in small and micro enterprises, among other benefits. The System on Warehouse Management, WMS, is used by 43.55% of enterprises, mainly those in the tourism industry, shipping industry and the automotive industry mechanical workshops. The average rating for this system is 2.87. The TMS was used by 45.45% of respondents in the courier and freight forwarding industry and in the construction industry. The rating for this system was 2.63. The next MES system was used by 34.36% of respondents, mainly in the metal and food industries. The rating for this system was 3.78. WMS, TMS and MES systems were as supporting modules. MES and its functionality was rated highest, WMS and TMS below average. Due to their cooperation with large enterprises, as well as network deliveries, as many as 87.69% use ED for cooperation. ED makes it easier to integrate and coordinate the activities of both sides of the supply chain participants, thereby expanding the advantage over other companies in other parts of the country. It was rated highest by the automotive industry and lowest by a company in the shipping industry. The arithmetic mean of the ratings was 4.27, and the weighted average was 4.09. The primary systems used in microenterprises are ERP, a version of SAP, and access through collaboration to SCM. An ERP system is used by 54.55%, 72.73% by SAP, and 65.91% work with SCM. The evaluation of these systems is shown in Figure 3 by industry. The arithmetic mean for ERP is 3.23, for SAP 4.09 and for SCM 3.52. On a weighted average, ERP as a system is rated at 2.55, so very low, SAP at 3.87 and SCM 3.49. Only ERP is present in the metal and construction industry, and SAP in the food industry. In the others, all these systems are present. ERP is rated highest in construction and shipping, SAP in tourism and automotive. Both of these systems are only for users with the right training and skills. Analysis of the questionnaires made it possible to evaluate IT systems in microenterprises. It seems that the WMS average -2.87, and TMS average 2.63, modules, due to their low rating, should be changed or employees should be trained. Problems experienced by microenterprises located in Middle Pomerania contributed to the security of IT systems. Microenterprises felt the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, and some of these companies were forced to analyze and update their IT systems. For microenterprises, it seemed that an analysis of IT systems would only show simple solutions like WMS, or MES or TMS in the case of the transportation industry. Because of their cooperation with large and mega enterprises in the supply chain, companies are using ERP, or SAP systems. Microenterprises make extensive use of ED, rated high in terms of functionality at 4.27, due to the large area of operation and cooperation, as well as the COVID-19 pandemic. Microenterprises, despite their relatively low assessment of the functionality and software familiarity of logistics IT systems, do not intend to make changes. Microenterprises only 28% want to change the IT systems in place. This means that the market situation is forcing their use, but they should think about training employees in their functions. This study is an introduction to a broader analysis of applied IT systems in successful microenterprises in the local market and the barriers they face. Lessons learned from implemented IT systems in microenterprises suggest that the key is to link systems to procurement, warehouse management, production and sales. The development of logistics through information technology enables companies and customers to obtain information on inventory, shipping and purchase document. Secondly, the innovation of IT systems used by microenterprises reduces the threshold for accessing new sales areas. What's more, digital B2B integration can use big data technology to reduce information asymmetry between enterprises and retail networks. improve order approval speeds and enable the sale of products to small and micro enterprises with growth potential, albeit without collateral. This study has some limitations. Firstly, due to the limited access to data, this study mainly uses data from the Statistical Office and a survey questionnaire as an attempt and draws a key conclusion that IT systems in logistics used by small and micro enterprises affect their development. Technically, small and micro enterprises should be included in the research, because they account for about 96% of companies on the market, and there is no ready data on the use of IT systems by these companies and to what extent this affects their success. Theory and research can introduce an introduction to analyzing data and IT systems in logistics in micro enterprises. Study of the first step to the analysis stage in the implementation of small and micro enterprises in the supply chain, as well as their overcoming difficulties in the market. Thank you for your attention.